arising from the correspondence of Mr. President, pursuant to Section 5, Subsection 5, Part 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, Mr. President has sought the consent of the Senate for the deployment of Nigerian troops to the Republic of Benin in order to ensure peace and avoid unconstitutional seizure of power, disruption and destabilization of democratic institutions, and he has sought for the consent of the Nigerian Senate for actions both to regularize and also to ensure that the consent of the Senate is obtained. Will the Senate approve the request of Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to deploy Nigerian troops to the Republic of Benin for peace mission? Those in support say aye, and those against say nay. The ayes have it. The request of Mr. President has been approved by the Senate. Leader of the Senate, move for us to go to plenary to report progress. Distinguished colleagues, the Senate in the Committee of the Whole considered the request of Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for the deployment of Nigerian troops to the Republic of Benin for peace mission, and approved the request accordingly. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Distinguished colleagues, will the Senate now confirm the actions of Mr. President in the deployment of the Air Force and troops to Benin Republic to ensure peace mission and restore order and sanity in that country, thereby saving Nigerians from thousands and thousands of refugees and also saving Nigerian borders from unnecessary criminality and disruption of peace and stability. Those in support of the confirmation of the approval say aye. Those against say nay. The approval is hereby confirmed. Yes, Senate Leader, let me thank the President for complying with the constitutional requirement, requesting the Senate to give him the approval and consent to deploy troops and deploy all necessary armament as requested by the Republic of Benin to ensure peace, stability, and to save democracy in that country. We believe that the President has taken a step in the right direction. He is acting constitutionally. And I also want to thank my colleagues for giving even the approval and the consent without much discussion, because we believe that this is a step in the right direction. So I believe the letter of consent will be sent to the President immediately, and we thank him for rising to the occasion, because injury to one is injury to all. And moreover, the impact this would have had on Nigeria in terms of security of our borders would have been terrible. So we congratulate him for rising to the occasion, and we wholly consent to his actions. Leader of the Senate.
Through this August Senate, of the fact that the President stood for democracy, that Nigeria stood for democracy, by acceding to the request of the President of Federal Republic of Benin to intervene to stop that coup d'etat. And I wanted to participate, to make that remark, but I couldn't do so. So I am coming under this order to be allowed to convey that message to this august Senate. If I may be allowed by Mr. President, I can go ahead.
Is it the view of the Senate that he be allowed to convey his message from ECOWAS Parliament in respect of the presidential intervention? Those in support say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. DSB, you are very lucky. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I appreciate the understanding of my colleagues in respect of this matter. Mr. President, we woke up to hear in the news that some soldiers were staging a coup d'etat in the Republic of Benin, just our neighbor here. And the president of Benin Republic sent a request to our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that his country needed intervention of the Nigerian military to stop that coup d'etat. We're not in session. We're not sitting then. Based on the provision of our constitution, as the matter was urgent, the president intervened using our military to stop that ugly situation, to save democracy in Republic of Benin. That was a wonderful gesture. And to God be the glory. That coup d'etat was stalled. And now, constitutional order, democracy is now restored fully in the Republic of Benin. So the ECOWAS Parliament asked me to convey the message of the ECOWAS Parliament to the President through this august Senate. That what the President did was the highest thing any country could do to save democracy anywhere in the world. That ECOWAS Parliament, indeed the entire West Africa, appreciates what Nigeria did. That they are proud of Nigeria. That democracy is the best form of government. Best form of government. It comes with its own flaws. Nobody says anything is perfect in this world. Nobody says everything is perfect. But if there are mistakes committed by any government, the only way to change such government is through the ballot box. It's through the ballot box, but not through military coup d'etat. So what the president did has shown that the president is a full Democrat, is a reliable leader, a leader who can stand not to only solve our problem, but the problem of our brothers in the West African sub-region. He has shown leadership, and we also stand by him. The ECOWAS is proud of him. The ECOWAS Parliament is proud of what he has done, and we appreciate what he has done. So it's on this note that I want to call my colleagues to also appreciate what Mr. President has done, and we are really proud of him, and we support him and we stand by him at all times. Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, let me say, the person can indicate. Let me start from this side. Then I come to the leaders. So it won't be a leadership thing alone. Distinguished Senator Dixon.
I rise to lend my voice to the sentiments and comments expressed just now
by
on this
ECOWAS.
very critical issue by the Deputy Senate President.
By ECOWAS.
But on conveying the views and commendation of the ECOWAS Parliament as he has done. But Mr. President, without prejudice to that, I have thought that with the communication of Mr. President, which has been read this morning, that we will discuss the validity and the appropriateness and add value to it. Because the whole essence is for that communication to be debated, for it to enjoy legitimacy, so that everyone in this country will know, and even outside will know. So now what I'm saying is that...
sorry, you are wrong.
Sorry?
The communication is for the Senate to give consent, for the President to act in line with the Constitution, not to debate.
Mr. President.
So the communication, whether you debate...
We are saying the same thing. Can you listen also?
No, you have to get, whether you debate or not, you still come to the question, will the Senate give Mr. President consent as requested? Those in support. And the Senate has done that with unanimity.
Mr. President, we are not debating that again.
No, you can't. You can't even
debate. We are not debating that again.
We have closed that issue.
What I'm saying is,
all the senators here that you see.
Is concurring with the...
I'm coming. All the senators here that gave consent are aware of the content of that letter. They would not have given consent if they were not in agreement with the president's request. So to go open it for debate, that is not what we are here for. In a point of order, Senator Oshiomhole. Please proceed.
Any senator may challenge the opinion of the president or the chairman by claiming a division. No, I think I'm reading the wrong one. I think, Mr. President, we unanimously commended the action, and you put the question to the vote, and there was no one voice of nay. It was all the ayes had it, and it was unanimous, including Senator Dixon. Once it is closed, Mr. President, you cannot reopen it. It is sealed in concrete. Our endorsement of the action is total. It is not open to further conversation. So I commend President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for acting properly in good faith and in the national interest. It could have been dangerous to have an unelected group in our borders near Lagos. That is where patriotism comes in. And we have voted in unison across the north, south, east, west to endorse the action. I commend the president. He has acted well, and I commend your leadership. I think this is your birthday gift, because you wouldn't have been able to celebrate birthday if by today we have an unelected group by our neighbor here.
Yes,
so we commend the prayer for what he has done. The Senate has endorsed it, and in my view, it is sealed in concrete. It cannot be reopened. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, but from what you are, please go back to and Senator Oshiomhole are on the same page.
Exactly.
The reality is that it was Senator Barao that said that let him come under what does not exist, under Section 1B, to convey the commendation of Mr. President by ECOWAS Parliament. And I use that opportunity, that window, to say if any other senator wishes to commend Mr. President for acting swiftly, that a person can do so. And in reality, Senator Dixon was on the path of saying, yes, the president acted well, but he was of the opinion that we didn't need Section 1B, that from beginning we should have debated. So that's why I told him, I said, the debate would have arisen where there was a dissenting voice, but there was unanimity, and so there was no need for debate. So Senator Dixon, I think this time around I have to bend backwards and give you the opportunity to finish your speech. Just to correct that there was no need for debate when there is total consent. You will only debate when you have divergent views.
Mr. President, thank you for... And as you rightly observed, what I was saying is not far off from the motion.
Exactly.
I was saying that by Section 5, that the president has done the right thing by exercising his constitutional powers to to respond to an emergency and in compliance with Section 5.5. Because the first one, he does it in consultation with the National Defense Council. Thereafter, he communicates to the National Assembly. And I was saying that the president had done the right thing, but that we all must be united in supporting when right steps are being taken in the national interest. There are three broad issues that we should all be united about. National security and defense, number one. No politics. No partisanship, if I may add. On the national economy, we must all work together. Because it is like rain, it will fall on everybody. And the third one, which is on this, is on defense of democratic principles. Because we are all products of the democracy. We have signed on to the democracy protocol, and as the leading nation in Africa, not to talk of West Africa, where democratic regimes are collapsing around us, we must be very worried. And which is why I rose to say that the president haven't acted in compliance with the constitutional powers given to him, deserves to be supported and encouraged and commended.
That's it.
But I want to also add another rider, Mr. President and my dear colleagues, because democratic governments are collapsing around us fast in West Africa. We must call on all elected leaders within the sub-region and in Africa generally to rise up to promote democracy within their nations and stop undemocratic practices that have alienated their populace and allowing the governments not to enjoy legitimacy and popular support. This is not about Nigeria or any one nation. It could be true about all nations, whether you are talking of Guinea, Bissau, or Mali, or Burkina Faso, all around us, and now just by our next door neighbor, Benin Republic. The president did the right thing by deploying national security assets to protect the democratic regime. But that's not enough, Mr. President. We have to call on the president to rally around the leaders of the West African sub-region to stem the tide and also endeavor, do their best to run constitutional, popular, democratic governments in accordance with the constitutions and the laws. Thank you very much.
If you listen to Senator Dixon, you will see that his speech made a lot of sense. And I need to also further explain to you that while sitting here, I have a bird's eye view of every single senator. So if there was an indication that there was any dissenting view, I would have opened the issue up for the discussion and debate. But every person was in agreement. We were all in what you call in law, in consensus ad. We were all in agreement. That was why we knew that the president was in order and that he acted in the best interest of not just Benin Republic, but in the best interest of Nigeria first. Benin Republic is too close. And insecurity in Benin Republic will affect Nigeria adversely. So you did, that was the reason why I put the question and there was unanimous consent. Distinguished colleagues, the Senate in the Committee of the Whole considered the request of Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for the deployment of Nigerian troops to the Republic of Benin for peace mission, and approved the request accordingly. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole?